कैमरास बता दो एक बार फिर से सबको. This is mine. ये मेरा है.
Rolling.
मैं rolling.
Let's go, boys. Rolling.
Roll camera.
Priyanshu, go for the cold open.
Do you remember what you did to me about a year and a half ago?
I slapped him across his face. He fell on the floor.
How old are you guys?
I'm 19.
18.
This is the conversation you're having?
Hey, I've seen cat fights in Delhi.
Why is it called catfight? I don't know.
Because cats like...
Very crazy story.
Priyanshu, just if,
This
you're,
is very,
if you and
very-
I are thinking of the same thing, just please refrain. Naira and I talk on the phone a lot, and during COVID, obviously, we couldn't meet. Naira's dad came on the phone. He said, "Who are you talking to?" And I thought it was one of our friends just messing around. And then I said, "मैं Rehan Singh, you aap kaun ho?"
That aap or that tu?
So I said, "Tu." And then Naira's dad showed the camera to him, and I just remember cutting the phone.
No place like India.
First question that people ask you is where are you from?
First freshers week of that small talk, which is horrible.
Carrying like the legacy of your home with you.
When you leave this country, when you go, you really start finding your Indian self, your Indian identity there.
I've been very desi to my core.
I was, around Silicon Valley, which is really full of Indians. There's a lot of Indian restaurants, there's temples. Yeah, obviously your Indian personality does come out.
But I just want to preface this by saying that we're so privileged to be talking about the topics we're even talking about, and to even be able to go to college abroad.
I won't call it a struggle, but like the fact.
No, I would not call it a
struggle. Is a very
struggle.
wrong word. Sorry, not the
You
word
are not
struggle,
an
but
Anya
the
Pandey.
all these issues. They're not issues, but like we're learning how to become independent. Happens to anybody who just steps out of home. I told my didi that मैं वहाँ पे सब खुद करता हूँ. तुम करते क्या हो? रूम तो अभी भी तुम्हारा गंदा है, कुछ हैबिट तो बदला नहीं. So I was like, मैंने नहीं बोला कि मैं रूम साफ रखता हूँ, मैं खुद करता हूँ, मैं उसी गंदे कपड़े के ऊपर सो जाता हूँ. I used to miss the home, my home the most was every time I did laundry and I was sitting and I would spend 3 to 4 hours just pressing clothes.
I actually asked ChatGPT how to use an iron. I started embracing like wrinkly jeans and like a lot of wrinkly clothes.
I told my roommate, I read somebody, you have to wash jeans, so I'm not washing these jeans.
These are washed, right?
These are washed because I came home and then I wore them.
Ever since I've gone to New York, the world is wearing block prints and like matching outfits, and suddenly it's become a trend because now Prada is having Kolhapuri chappals in their show. So everyone wants to wear Kolhapuri chappals.
Nagpal ke
That's
chole
the
bhature.
first thing I eat when I land.
And the
It's
kathis,
best
the
thing.
kathis.
Yes.
The second that my soul masala dosa touches my lips, it's like heaven on earth.
Like
Yes.
Diwali and that whole
Diwali,
time. When bloody on Diwali, I wrote a letter to my professor. I'm saying I will not come for class. It is my religious right.
Yeah, even Holi.
Holi,
even
yeah.
Holi,
Holi
I
was
was
when
so
I missed
sad.
Holi is my favorite festival. Keechad, there's color, there's eggs. We really played a disgusting. My nails were pink.
Yeah, I think it's a Delhi thing. We really play with like anything.
I think we
we
did
Yeah.
the worst Holi.
played very bad Holi.
He put keechad in my hair.
paste.
Yeah, that
you
has to be that brown.
That
color.
brown
That
paste.
I'm sitting in New York during Holi, and I'm just thinking of that paste, and I'm like, I've never wanted to be in that paste any more than I do today. No other place where festivals are celebrated like they're celebrated in India.
Durga Puja is a big thing for all of us, and not being there, I was sitting and weeping.
We're doing a lot of weeping in college.
Sweeping and weeping.
Very, very mature, very, very interesting conversations.
Good job.
Hi, my name is Naira Kapoor. I'm 19 years old. I'm sensible, sensitive, but mostly I'm just sarcastic.
Hi, my name is Rehan Singh. I'm an 18-year-old. I'm a Delhi boy by default, life of the party by accident. I'm the type of brainy humorist who slips humor under the table while quietly struggling to understand the meaning of Monday mornings.
I'm Trisha Tandon, aka TT. I'm 18 years old. Quiet at first, chaos later. Trust me, it's never just one vibe.
Hi, my name is Meher Krishna. I'm a student of King's College London, and I'm studying politics so that I can eventually gossip professionally.
Hi, I'm Priyanshu Sen. I'm 19 years old. I'm an old soul in a tall frame and everybody's go-to person for their problems.
I thought I'm going to a shithole where I'm just going to be trapped. And but no, it's the opposite. I'm like really free there, and I've learned a lot of things. I've learned how to live on my own now. I mean, I did that before, but now you also get to see the reality of where you're not privileged and you don't have everything on your fingertips. Like, you don't
have
get everything.
limited resources.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And you need to learn how to work with them. You need to learn how to live on a budget, which was the case before as well, but now you need to live on a budget to survive. You need to run a house yourself. So
Cook yourself.
Yes, cook
Mop yourself.
Yes.
You know what I've learned from college?
What?
There's no place like India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
No place like India. I've never been this patriotic in my life.
I don't think I've ever had more biryani than I have in college.
You found good biryani places there?
So good. So
Better
good.
than Delhi?
I mean, I don't have as much biryani in Delhi. But like when I'm over there, I miss Indian food so much. So
But I believe London has like very good Indian food.
It
as well.
does.
Yeah, London's very popular for Indian food.
What about you, sir?
My college experience. I mean, my college experience it's been a bit of a tough ride. I went somewhere where it didn't really fit my personality, but I think something that pushes you out of your comfort zone and something that puts you in a situation where you're not comfortable, I think it teaches you a lot of life skills, and I think it teaches you how to adapt to a new situation, which is a really good thing I've learned. I think the friends that I've made, not just Indian, international as well, I think it shows you different perspectives, and I think just being somewhere where you're not as comfortable, I think it builds a lot of character and it teaches you a lot of life skills. And now, as you said in the last episode, I'm transferring to a different university, so I'm hoping my experience here is similar to the 1 year that I've had, and I really cherish the year that I had.
good job.
So on that very, very serious note, let me introduce these 4 wonderful people we have with us here today. So welcome to this episode of Slot, which is the Secret Life of Teenagers, the new Delhi season or season 1. We have Meher Krishna with us over here, who is currently studying law at
Kings.
King's College London.
Yes.
We have Naira with us, who's studying law at studying sustainable development at Columbia. We have Rehan Singhi with us, who right now is studying where? As discussed. At USC. We have TT, also known as Tushar Tandon. This wonderful person here who's studying, what are you studying?
Business.
She's studying business at Bath. And I'm studying political science at UBC. My name is Priyanshu Sen, and I will be not hosting, I don't know.
Facilitating.
Yes.
Conversing
With these lovely people today about very, very mature, very, very interesting conversations about very interesting topics. So my first question to the 4 of you is, you spoke about, how suddenly when you went to London, you started eating a lot of biryani. So
I love how that's the first thing that came to her mind. I love London. It made me so patriotic because I started eating a lot of biryani.
No, that's not what I meant.
No, but
It's
that-
just- I was
No,
having
but
an
Meher
exam.
knows how to get a conversation going. This is not her first podcast. I mean,
oh wow.
we all saw
Yeah,
the
I
last
have a lot
one.
of
It was a great
experience.
one.
Okay.
It was a great
So-
one. Thanks, Singhi.
So going to that biryani, obviously, does that biryani, do you think that biryani has a symbolic meaning in the way when you talk about that when you leave home, when you leave this country, when you go to a foreign land, you really start finding your Indian self, your Indian identity there more. Of course, your identity of who you are as an individual goes with you everywhere, but someone once told me that every individual is like an onion. It has various layers of like personality. So your Indian personality, which is maybe not that out here when you're living in Delhi, because you don't really need to show it to everybody, but when you go out, do you think it comes out like your Indian self, your Indian?
I think when I went to London, I realized the first question that people ask you is, where are you from? So you feel a sense of pride when you say India, right? Because you've grown up in a country your whole life, and now you've gone and you're studying in another country, but you're carrying like the legacy of your home with you. So you feel like a lot of importance when you say that you're from a certain place. And I feel like when we're here, we take things for granted. Like we have we have a lot of privilege that we don't understand till you step out of this bubble that we have around us. And I think the second I went to London, I realized that how amazing it is to live in India and the lifestyle we live here, and how amazing it is in ways like I love eating biryani there, because Indian food is so rich, and like our culture is so rich, right? Like we grow up with a certain set of norms and values which you carry with you for the rest of your lives. So,
What about you, Naira? Do you have any like some Indian traits that come out, or like your Indian identity? Does it have like
Yes. I've been very desi to my core ever since, like my whole life, because my mom has always taught me to be so proud of where I'm from. And I think, to be honest, when you go to college and that whole first freshers week of that small talk, which is horrible, by the like 30th day, I was like, nobody can ask me what my favorite color is and where I'm born and what is my favorite food, because I will start crying. But when you like, when people ask you those things, it honestly, a lot of people, and I find it kind of sad, they are a little bit sometimes maybe not so open about, where they're from. Because there are perceptions about not just Indians, but different cultures all over the world. We all have stereotypes that we have to deal with. But like ever since I've gone to New York, it's been such an eye-opener for me of how rich my own culture is in terms of, I used to wear Anokhi night suits my whole life. And everyone used to call me like a dadi and like a masi. What is this kaftan you're wearing? I'm being like subtle. But like, and now I've realized that they're so regal, and everyone all over the world is wearing block prints and like matching outfits, and suddenly it's become a trend. Because now Prada is having Kolhapuri chappals in their shows.
Which is
everyone wants to wear Kolhapuri chappals.
Which is crazy.
By the way, they have a 1 lakh price tag. You can get them in Delhi for like 200 rupees.
It's so cheap.
And they're giving the artisans no credit for it, by the way, which is sad. But all my friends from Greece, from the UK, everybody is wearing Anokhi night suits to bed now. All thanks to me, because it's like a cult that I've indoctrinated people into. Every week, my friends and I go to Sarvana Bhavan. One of my closest friends, Lara.
You have Sarvana Bhavan there also?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I went to New York to visit Naira. I think the best Indian food I've had outside of India with her. One was at Sarvana Bhavan. I don't remember the other restaurant she took me to. It was
There's a very good Vikas Khanna restaurant also, I believe, called Bungalow.
It's
not good. Is it
I
really
love
overrated?
Vikas Khanna, but no.
Oh.
Yeah. But the second that Mysore masala dosa touches my lips, it's like heaven on
Sarvana
earth.
Bhavan is generally like heaven on earth.
Have you tried the Sarvana Bhavan in Delhi?
No, in Delhi I go to Sagar Ratna. It's by far the
Ashoka,
best.
na?
By far.
No.
Then?
Def call.
Def call.
No, I haven't done the Def Call one.
It's the original one.
I thought the Ashoka Hotel was original.
Ashoka Hotel is also original, but the one in defense called
Naga
Chole
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 Bhature.
That's the
Who?
first thing I eat when I land.
Yeah.
The first thing.
It's my
I'm not a big chole bhature
You're
person.
missing out.
And the
Yeah, it's
kathis,
best
the
thing.
kathis.
Yes.
So
yes.
good.
Have you had Singhi?
I only eat Indian food.
No. Have you had Nagpal ka chola bhatura?
Have I?
I'll take you one day.
Yes, you have.
She's taken me. If you
No,
ever
I
want
don't
food
think-
recommendations anywhere in the world, just go to Naira.
I haven't had. I'll try it. 100%.
She took me to
I recommended that, by the way.
I will try.
Yeah, not Naira.
fierce competition.
Yes.
What about you, Singhi sir?
What was the question?
The question is that when you go out, I don't know how much. I remember actually talking to you also once. There was, I think it was some festival was going on, and on your gaadi ka, your Uber ka radio, there was bhajans playing.
Yeah.
I remember that. But when you go out, do you think your Indian identity truly like enhances or comes out of your daily or something that, like when you're in Delhi, like I was telling Meher, when you're in Delhi, who you are as an individual has a lot of layers, but the Indian layer is often, or your roots, even as a matter of fact, not just specifying to India, but your roots are somewhere, somewhere hidden. Does it all come out when you go abroad?
I think when you go abroad, I mean, touch wood, I was really blessed. Around Silicon Valley, which is really full of Indians. There's a lot of Indian restaurants. There's temples. I would say the majority of the population is Asian or Southeast Asian over there. So I was really blessed. I was spoiled for choice but when you go outside of India, away from family, away from your comfort zone, I think you really appreciate your
Support system.
Indian personality, as you would say. And I think as Indians, we're really, I would like to say we're very emotionally, we are able to adapt to situations. We can shapeshift into wherever the situation we're in. So I think because we interact with so many people on a day-to-day basis. So I think when you go there, I think obviously your Indian personality does come out. You miss home, you miss your family. But I think you just appreciate how you've been brought up and what you've been taught as a child to meet new people, talk to new people. So I think, yeah, I mean, obviously your Indian personality does come out because of you're in a completely new setting. But I think I had a lot of people around me who made me feel like I was at home.
I think for me, the one time I used to miss my home the most was every time I did laundry and I got my clothes back and I had to fold them.
Exactly that.
The amount of times I've thought of, the Didi who would do work at home or anyone else who's helping at home, I was like, I can't do this because folding clothes, and you can't have non-ironed clothes, right? Your shirts and all get wrinkly. And if you have to go out or if you go for a formal function at college, you have to have an ironed shirt. And my roommate I didn't have a steam iron, nor did he. So he had that, iron, the actual
press,
iron,
the
the
regular
press,
yeah.
regular press. And I was sitting and I was spent 3 to 4 hours just pressing clothes because मेरे को press करना नहीं आता है.
No, but there's something satisfying about
I
doing your own
actually asked
laundry.
ChatGPT how to use an
We're really
iron.
using ChatGPT well.
We get a spray in the US. You just spray the clothes and you move.
But also, I've started embracing like wrinkly jeans and like a lot of wrinkly
Yeah,
clothes.
I said it's
my
cool
new
now.
like style.
Fashion.
And
trend.
I told my
trend.
roommate, I read somewhere you don't have to wash jeans, so I'm not washing these jeans because
Priyanshu, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that is
it's a
very
thing.
disgusting.
You're not
have to
supposed
wash
to
You
wash
have to
jeans.
wash
These are washed.
You
have to
These are
wash, right?
These are washed because I came home and then I wore them, so they were all
No,
washed.
They say you're
you
not
do have to
supposed to
wash
wash jeans for like 2-3 times. You
Yeah.
wear it, you're not supposed to. But they
When
say
I
Because
saw
they're
these
expert.
jeans at my house versus I saw them in London, like two completely different.
So when I came home, I told my didi that मैं वहाँ पे सब खुद करता हूँ. But she like after a week she was like, but तुम करते क्या हो? रूम तो अभी भी तुम्हारा गंदा है, कुछ हैबिट तो बदला नहीं. So I was like, मैंने नहीं बोला कि मैं रूम साफ रखता हूँ, मैं खुद करता हूँ, मैं उसी गंदे कपड़े के ऊपर सो जाता हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे फोल्ड करके नहीं रखना वापस अलमारी के अंदर. It's a struggle to do that for me. What about you, Tusha? Did you fold clothes?
I did.
I believe you learned how to cook.
I did. So cleanliness, I think I do not relate that much because I'm this freak. If it's come,
I don't. I just throw my clothes in.
No, I can't. So my room was the hangout spot. So even if people used to leave by 2-3 a.m., I used to get up, clean my room, then go to sleep. So it was normal for me. It increased when I went outside, but yeah, I mean cooking, I would say was a task. I cooked my first try, I cooked about 30 aloo parathas.
And everyone's alive?
Yes, everyone's alive. Even I'm alive. And I learned how to make halwas. And I never used to eat
Why
these
were you
things
making
at
aloo
home.
parathas and halwas, such delicacies in the middle
Halwa,
of...
I was sick. And I wanted something.
Very diverse food
Yeah.
she's making.
Huh.
Yeah. So these two things I know how to make properly. After that, I gave up. I don't cook anymore.
Good.
Yeah, I can't.
कितना खराब बनाया आलू पराठा?
No, it was good. Ask the people who ate it.
I'll
There were
ask,
6
I'll
people
ask
eating.
your Calcutta friend.
Yes.
Call her up and ask.
Yeah.
Another thing I was just thinking about, when I was really missing home, was during festivals. Like
Yes.
Diwali and that whole
Diwali.
time. When bloody on Diwali, I wrote a letter to my professor. I'm saying I will not come for class. It is my religious right to sit at home today and weep in my hostel dorm because. And we don't celebrate Diwali. So we do have Diwali celebrations in university, but it's not on those days. And how Delhi has like an entire Diwali month. So from maybe after Dussehra till like a little bit of November end types, you have just 1 month of Diwali parties.
It goes on also after
It goes
Diwali.
on after Diwali also.
1 week after Diwali also.
You have Diwali parties,
Yeah.
you have Tash parties, you have, of course, the air, which is pollution.
Yeah.
That smell of Diwali.
Pollution party? What?
Not pollution party,
pollution
but that
party.
smell of Diwali, which is a little bit of...
Anything, yeah.
pollution.
Even Holi.
Holi.
even-
Yeah.
I
Holi
was
when I
so
missed
sad.
Holi is my
Same.
favorite festival.
We actually I couldn't like understand the concept that I didn't play Holi, so we all came back and played Holi.
Oh yeah, we played together. So
We
we
played
played
together.
We played a whole month after Holi in Delhi. We played here only in the
Yes.
garden, and at my friend's farm, and then we came here and played more Holi here. But it was freezing cold, and we obviously in Holi,
We all
get
got
pipes,
sick right
there's
after that, but-
Keechad, there's color, there's eggs.
I got really sick.
We really
I
played
had
it
a
disgusting.
fever.
My nails were pink for
Yeah, I
like,
think it's a Delhi thing. We really play with like anything.
I think
Yeah.
we were the worst
We
Holi.
play very bad Holi.
He put Keechad in my hair also, but it's fine.
You didn't put eggs.
Pakka
No, I put
There were
everything.
no
I
eggs.
hate pakka rang. Who plays
I
pakka
put
rang?
everything. I've put Sprite, I've put eggs, I've put pakka rang, color, gulal, keechad, grass.
Mixed it all and then put it.
Mixed it all and then I poured it on.
There's like a paste.
Yeah,
that
that
you
it has to be that brown
That
color.
brown
that
paste.
dirty
Yeah.
brown color.
That dark brown ganda.
That's
I wish
so-
I could show a
so
photo of her,
bad.
but she'll kill me.
It's okay. It's fine.
You can attach a picture of my hair playing movie.
I never thought I'd miss that paste. I'm sitting in New York during Holi, and I'm just thinking of that paste, and I'm like, I've never wanted to be in that paste any more than I do today, because it's like the warmth and like the fun. Like there really is like no other place where festivals are celebrated like they're celebrated in India. Like I don't think so.
I agree.
Like I remember personally speaking. So I'm Bengali. So we.
Hey, same. Half.
You're Bengali.
Yes.
Which side?
Same.
Mother's
You are
side.
Marwadi Singhi.
I'm from.
From Calcutta, yes. So I'm Bengali.
I
and
can speak Bengali.
For me, like a big part of my childhood was Durga Puja growing up. Even now, like all of you've come and everything. We Durga Puja is a big thing for all of us, and not being there, I was sitting and weeping. I was like, I want to do something. I was crying. I hated it.
You're doing a lot of weeping in college.
Sweeping and
We've
weeping.
not heard one happy incident.
No, I was
All
also-
okay,
I'm-
Priyanshu?
I was also
How's your
You're
mind?
ironing, you're weeping. You're washing, you're weeping.
Bro, all
Diwali,
this
you're
calm
weeping.
and all this I don't like.
Durga Puja, you're weeping. Khana,
Durga
you're
Puja I was
weeping.
crying. Like, you were not weeping. Every day, when I was weeping, I'd call you only. Thinking कि मेरे को वापस
You
जाना
start making me weep also.
हाँ, we would all. So we had this thing.
He came to London every 2 months, so
Yeah.
I think he was
How?
fine.
My nani nanu lived there, na, so I'm.
So Nani house, you keep
have
going.
to go there.
East Finchley.
Thanks for leaking. You leaked my address. Thank you.
When every afternoon, the four of us, so my classes would get over around 2 o'clock, and Singhi and I are in the same time zone. And so we have 2 more friends, like this group of 4 best friends since like we've...
Five.
Since 5 years old. 4 years old. Since we're 4 years old, and we've touched wood, we've maintained this group. And that's not wood, by the way. Yeah. So we've maintained this group, and every day in the afternoon, we would speak for an hour. There was often a possibility that our nerdy friend, I'm going to say his name, Mr. Advait Gaur, would not pick up the phone.
I love him.
Advait Gaur would not pick up the phone because he's going to get Chinese food na, in that 50 topis
He
would
would
wear.
not eat Chinese food. He would eat samosa with what would he would get one samosa and one noodles on the side. I would say, what are you eating?
He used to mix things, and we would have very good weather there. So we were roaming around in shorts, and Advait's wearing like 6 jackets.
Advait's in UIUC, so he said there's like 7 inches of snow.
It's
And
bad.
Advait himself is 8
Advait's
inches.
about 8 and a half.
Advait himself is 8 inches, so 7 inches of snow. He's walking like this.
He would wear 4 jackets, 5 thermals.
So he would sit in that chota sa restaurant and we would talk, because for him it was, I think, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, he was a bit ahead.
In the night.
And then there was obviously our friend.
Then we have Aryan Kapoor sitting in London, 2 o'clock in the night, sitting. He's waiting for us to talk.
Well, he was on India time anyway.
He was also on India time that time. I'm not going
We
to say
were,
the
we
reason.
were all on India time.
Yeah. I wasn't.
Okay.
Why were you on? Oh, I know why you were on India time. I know why you were on India time. Advait and I had no reason to be on India time. Now you can be in which time zone
Snap
are you
out
planning
of it.
Huh? Wait, what?
to be? Which time zone are you planning to be in?
I'm on USC time zone.
But I just want to preface this by saying that we're so privileged to be talking about the topics we're even talking about, and to even be able to go to college abroad. It is a it's something that I'm very grateful for.
Yeah.
But it also reminds us, like, at least when I talk to my mom and my nani and my grandparents, they can't fathom being our age and going abroad. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that our generation has been exposed to, even just through social media and through travel and globalization, I just feel like we've been exposed to a lot of stuff, and we've also had to, fortunately or unfortunately, grow up way faster than other generations have. You know, I feel like the things that we
Also the
deal
previous
with.
generations, there was not, you're talking about going abroad. I think in our generation also, I have a lot of my friends who stayed, okay, so if you stay in the same city, it's very different because you still stayed home. The whole idea, I think struggle, what we are facing, I won't call it a struggle, but like,
I
it's the
would
fact,
not- I would
yeah,
not call it
struggle is a
struggle.
very wrong word, sorry.
Not at all.
Not the
You
word
are not an
struggle, but
Anya Pandey.
the fact The fact that we are missing home and we're facing all these issues, they're not issues, but like we're learning how to become independent, happens to anybody who just steps out of home.
Yeah.
So be it university in, abroad, be it university in India in a different city.
Yeah, 100%.
Everywhere where you're out of the comfort zone of home, of your close friends around you, you have that issue.
Yeah.
I have friends. I have a friend, a very close friend of mine. He's studying in Jodhpur, and you have to see the kind of things he has to do. I feel my heart goes out for him.
Like
he has
what?
to make his bed. He's studying law. I think it's 100% more difficult to study in India than to study abroad.
But India, the universities are so competitive, and
My
everyone,
God.
Yeah.
you're literally with the top 0.01% of the country, and you're competing with them.
For our generation, it's become more difficult.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
100%.
more difficult.
I think for someone who's academically above average, I think it's much easier for them to find a university abroad than it is to get into India. I mean, India's become
But you know, one
very
thing
competitive.
I have an issue with in the whole Indian university system is that we in India particularly, because we also follow a very old struct system, right? We measure everything here. The only difference I see is with the broad universities, we measure everything here with academics. In foreign universities, your extracurricular activities, what you do, what all you've done for the society also matter. In India, it's like you get these numbers and you're sorted.
No, but
Nothing you do matters except yes, you have those quotas.
No, but where you're wrong, I would say, is even in abroad universities, the base is your grades.
So base is irrespective grades everywhere.
Regardless of your extracurriculars, I don't think they can overshadow
But
your grades.
if your extracurricular activities, at least they have some validity there, right? Over here, they don't
only
care.
have
It really depends on which course
But
you're
they
studying.
only have
also.
validity if you have the grades.
Yeah, you have to have. You have to have
the base grades
Yeah,
anywhere in the world.
That is irrespective to do good in life. You have to have certain grades.
100%.
But at least they're valued. Okay, fine, this person also has an interest in music. Maybe this person also has an interest in horse riding. Some sports.
But I feel in India as well, I think if you go, like
Very
you said,
difficult to
you
manage.
said our friend is studying in Jodhpur, he's studying law. I think his interest of studying law is very well nurtured with his interest of playing polo. He's in Jodhpur, which is Rajasthan, is where polo is played. The polo season is the most regular there. So I think if you build your path yourself, you can definitely be somewhere where your extracurriculars are being nurtured as well as your academics.
But that's
in India,
about,
we're blessed with so many good universities. It's all over the country.
No, that's true, Singhi, but that is something that he's doing on his own. The fact that he was a national level polo player had zero contribution to him going to that university is my question.
But it
In the process, there are quotas, of course. If you're a brilliant footballer or you're a brilliant cricketer or anything, you have sports quotas in universities. But that's also very limited. And we have a lot of students. So I think when the Indian education system should now, of course, they are working on it. It's broadening up, it's opening up. But we need to have recognition of non-academic sectors as well. Sports, maybe passion about, some activities, art.
But I also think that the brain power we have in India
Oh,
is
that's splendid.
unparalleled.
Yeah.
It's unparalleled. Like my Nana went to IIT Kharagpur. His entire generation was post the partition. So it was a very different time, very challenging time. And I feel like the way that India as a country is growing is amazing because so many people are getting the opportunity to shine. At least in my college, I know Indians are the smartest people.
That is true. Even
We're the smartest people.
My roommate used to always make fun of me saying that, you guys will take all the grades and all the jobs.
It's true.
It is
and
true.
I think everyone should be threatened by that. It's a threat.
I mean, where I was the biggest example. I mean, it's the
Silicon
it's the
Valley.
future for
Yeah.
AI, for tech. I mean, 90% of the people.
Have you ever
there
had
are
those
Indians.
CEOs of companies coming to university for lectures and all?
Yeah.
Most of them are Indians.
Indians.
All
yeah.
of them are Indians.
I don't remember seeing any non-Indian university organization heads who've come for talks and everything. It was funny. I stopped going after, but I was like, अपना ही तो आदमी क्यों देखूं जाके मैं? I can just go home and see people like him roaming around. But changing the topic, going to a different topic now because we've spoken about university too much. While we spoke about university, we also spoke about missing home. When I speak about home, the first thing that comes to my head, it's family. And
Yes.
yes, I really love and miss my family when I'm abroad. But what I don't miss is the craziness of the family. I'm not calling my family crazy, but I'm saying everyone's family is a little crack. Is crack the right word? Am I going to get killed for this?
Probably.
Yes. Cracked is
Unique.
unique. Is unique.
Yeah.
On the same
Good save.
baseline.
Is unique. They have different kind of ideas, different kind of conversations. What are your views about family dynamics and the generational gaps that we as like our generation, Gen Zs, feel with our previous generations and our previous generation, which are our grandparents?
I think firstly, anyone in the audience who's our age listening to this,
They will
agree
relate.
with us that there are some days where you want to
Just run away.
rip your hair out, and there's
I miss my mom in college. I miss my dad.
You
I miss
didn't
my
miss
dadi,
madness?
nani. Yeah, you miss the madness, but that's any Indian family. And if it isn't like crazy, then what's the fun?
I think
know
you
what I'm
miss the
talking
chaos of everyone being at home. There's
Always
there's seven
jhagda
different
happening.
conversations happening. There's
No one's listening to anybody.
there's food, there's fights, there's nobody's
Someone is
listening.
running behind another person with a jhadu.
वही-
6
running
a.m.
behind?
vacuum cleaner chal raha hai room ke bahar.
The one thing I miss is the question, what do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's asking you
Yeah.
that. And what time are you coming back home?
That's the
I
best
do not
question.
miss that question.
And then when you say I had to tell my mom, I'm not sure. It's like it's 9 p.m. No, give me an estimate time. So I said, why do you need an estimate time? I'll stay up.
Why do you have to stay
My
up? I
mom
don't
has stayed up till
understand.
3 in the morning.
Because
Same.
that's out of concern.
Same. She slept in my room.
I would have slept. My
We
child
have
would
gone
have
halfway across the world and
Yeah.
come back, but there's still concern in our
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
kilometer radius.
There also, if I used to go out, India timing, okay, fine, it's morning for her, but she used to be up till the time I used to be out.
My mom operates on New York time
Oh wow.
in India.
But that's perfect.
Are you the only child?
Yes. It's the syndrome.
With you also, because your younger one hasn't gone out, not yet.
But he's a very homebody.
He's a very good boy also. No, he's not like
So
you.
am I not a good boy?
No, not at all. An irritating.
Honestly,
Human
I
being.
also miss my dadi like feeding me. I love my dadi. She is 80 plus.
Shout out to Dadi.
Shout out to Dadi. She's 80 plus, never dieted a day in her life. Healthiest, happiest person I know.
Touch wood, touch wood.
Aloo ke parathe morning, evening, night. And according to her, after any meal,
Where's
if you
the
don't
food?
eat dessert,
I'm feeling
you
hungry.
will not be able to digest the food. She's like, meetha to
Trisha,
digestion
can you
mein
make
help
us some
karta hai."
aloo ke parathe?
Because even with all these diets and these fads, keto, this,
I don't
that,
believe in diets.
none of this works,
Yeah,
guys.
sing it clearly.
I don't believe in diets.
I believe in it fundamentally.
I don't believe in diets.
It helps.
You just regulate your eating. You don't need to diet.
You have to manage your quantity and just hit the gym.
I think it's more important to hit the gym than it is to.
You should go to the gym. It's like mental therapy. You need to go to the gym.
I love going to the gym.
I'm telling you,
Where-
have to go
where
to the
is
gym
Rahil
once.
when this conversation is
Now, where is Rahil? We need him here for this.
No, I mean, shout out to Rahil for this, but once a day you should go to the gym.
100%.
Like an hour, you should just be in the gym.
I think
You-
it can be any physical activity. It doesn't have to
I have
be.
a-
You
walk
can
also,
play a
doesn't matter,
sport,
yeah.
I
you
have a
can go
funny
swimming.
story to share. So I was watching a TV show last night, and I didn't realize. I just kept watching. Really good TV show on Netflix.
Which
so
one?
I'm not going to say the name. It was.
Tu bol de,
I can
naam
say the
bol
name.
de.
It was
Mysterious.
Railwayman.
Oh, I've seen it.
The
Insane.
Bhopal
With R.
gas
Madhavan.
station.
That's very
So I
good.
watched one episode, then I thought I'll sleep. Then no, I watched the entire thing, and it's about 6 in the morning, and I'm about to go to sleep.
Oh
And
my
I've checked
God.
my phone, and Meher is awake. So I thought, why is Meher awake? She's at the gym.
At 6 a.m.
6 in the morning.
I can't do
That's
I was
morning
at the gym at 7
that's some
in the morning,
crazy
not
motivation.
at 6 in the morning.
How do you wake up so
7
early?
in the morning.
You went to
not-
the gym at 7 a.m.
Yes.
6:30.
But if your gym is at 7 a.m., why are you up at 6 o'clock? You're supposed to wake up at 6:45.
Because Meher doesn't
I
sleep.
take time.
Priyanshu, she washes her
I
jeans.
was asleep.
Oh, unlike you.
Why are you wearing jeans in the gym?
सुबह jeans wash होते हैं. Your jeans.
I wasn't wearing
Jeans in the gym should be the name of this
Clarification.
episode,
I don't wear jeans and work out. But I've recently started a gym journey.
actually. Oh, wow.
It's very recent. I've never gone before in my life. And now I've started. And
Initially, you're
feels
going to hate
great.
it.
I didn't like the concept of me having to go to the gym. Because I've always been a dancer. Like, I've been a dancer my whole life. So I've never had to exercise extra, do anything extra. Because I've maintained, I've stayed fit through dance.
So, like, what kind of dance? Like classical, or was it like, what is
I
it?
did quite a lot of things.
Oh, wow.
but I didn't do classical as much. I just love dancing. I would do like different dance forms, experiment, but it was like my therapy. That was my therapy. Lifting like weights, I don't see how that can be therapy
Oh, it
for
helps. You
someone.
just see yourself in the mirror and like boom, oh
think
bicep
it's a
win
guy
pop kiya.
thing.
Oh.
I think it's a no. I don't think it's a guy. I think a lot of girls are also really
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
No,
people
they're
are.
very into
Everyone's
it,
into the. If
yeah.
you get into the gym seriously, I think you really get into it.
Initially, I hated it. I didn't want to go at all.
Likewise. And then I stopped.
So the ones who should go with me, there were days when they didn't go, but I went to the gym alone. And I was there for an hour. I said, don't call me the next 1 hour.
But
I
it's
called
good
loads
for
of
alone
times.
time.
Yeah, it's
It's
good
On the
to spend
treadmill for
time
45
with
minutes, just
yourself.
keep walking. You feel so nice after that.
But you know what's the stupidest thing I've ever heard?
What?
Is when like something happens, a guy breaks up with someone and they're like, this is going to be some amazing gym motivation.
But it is. I mean,
That
Should I
is
tell you
really-
something honestly?
anything can
It
motivate
is actually
anyone.
Like,
to
are
work.
you going to look for something bad to happen to you just so that you have gym motivation? Because that's what I
Or
heard.
at that point, just make up a scenario in your head and go
No,
to
so
the
you
gym.
know, I'll tell you. when-
Priyanshu, you're a
They do
gym boy.
that.
You should be
They do
fighting
that.
this.
No, it doesn't look like I'm a gym boy. I also recently started 6 months ago, but
By the way,
6 months is
Priyanshu's
a
talking
lot.
shit. He said he never used to check his phone in the gym. Every day he used to go to the gym.
Yeah, I should check my
I
phone
should get a
because-
video call from him. Look what I'm doing. I'm
no,
in the
Sinki,
gym.
I've never video called you.
See
Hello.
my gym.
You video called
I
me.
showed you my gym.
I've seen your entire gym. I know your gym better than the gym in front of my house.
I showed you my
Yeah.
gym. That's a different story. But going back to the motivation thing, you know, when you're working out in the gym, you actually want to hate. Like, I think I don't know if all boys do that. I do that. You shit on yourself. You say you're useless. You've done nothing in your life. What are you doing?
But isn't that
Lift
so
heavier.
toxic?
That's
Isn't that so
self-deprecating.
toxic?
It is. But
It's not healthy.
you tell yourself, it is very unhealthy, but you tell yourself that you're such a weak person, you can't lift 20 kgs. What are you doing with your life, Dad? You shit on yourself. And then you lift 25 kgs.
Wow.
And then you lift 30.
But I don't know if I would want to be motivated.
No,
in that
vis-a-vis
way. I
to
don't
my
know if I should
friends,
be
to my
clapping for
female
that.
friends who go to the gym with me, they are on a different level of self-love.
Happiness, yes.
Yeah. Like, so
Because you're doing something.
they're lifting
about
2 kgs. I see 2 other girls with them. Yay, go girl!
Why
They're
not?
jumping.
That
That's
is
important.
good. Yeah.
I envy that because I can't do that. You compliment me, I will not do it at all. The moment you compliment me, I will start shitting around.
I feel like you need to sit on a therapist couch also for
Yeah.
that.
I think
Maybe
we should
understand
go,
yourself
actually.
Yeah.
better.
No, but I think to all my like
Lots
the
of
ones who
bhao
spoke
you're
up-
khawing, na?
Huh?
You really want us to
Give you bhao.
compliment you.
No, don't take me bhao, but I'm saying my friends also who've gone to the gym, they do the same thing.
But I feel like in today's generation also, as you like become teenagers, you really start to realize that men and women are fundamentally very different.
Especially in today's generation, in our
Everything.
idea. of-
Maturity,
Maturity.
mindset, actions, thoughts, everything.
Is it that
Fully
different?
different
It is, it
species
is quite
altogether.
Why don't you tell us the story of what you were discussing before the podcast started? Don't take any names, but
I will not take any names. I was just, we would, 2 people I know, one person was way older than the second person. We're just discussing, you know, like when a child is born, why is the patriarchy so prominent? Why does the child have to take the dad's last name? Why can't you take the mom's last name? And the person who was much younger than the woman who asked this question said because guys also give their sperm.
And men are the providers.
And he said that when the woman was like, but we birthed the kid, we do all this work for 9 months, that's so draining and so difficult. It's like
and it
one-
messes your entire body.
it
everything.
messes your body, man. It is one of the most difficult things a person can do. It's like the hardest job for a woman.
And then men compare that to getting like
5
kicked,
minutes of.
kicked in the
Yeah.
balls.
and
Yeah.
and they're like, and the man
It is
said,
painful.
It's true.
he tells her
very
because
different
men
from
are the
birth, yeah.
protectors and givers for women.
Give us a what?
God knows, heartbreak, trauma, PTSD, trust issues,
No, I mean,
overthinking.
they're all not that bad.
I'm not saying all, but I'm saying fundamentally they're
No,
you
but
agree?
Singi,
Think you
Singi,
agree.
as
Don't be
I
wild.
think as in our I might get criticized for this, but in today's generation, as people, men of today's time, we should take full credibility of the kind of shit our community as men has been doing for thousands and thousands of years on the name of we being the saviors, we are the providers, we have arrived.
No, but
we should take
I don't,
full
I don't
credibility.
agree with this that we are the saviors. I come from a family where my mom and dad work in the same business. My dadi and my dadu work in the same business at the same level. So, in fact, I would say that my grandmother is more of a provider than my grandfather. She started the business that my parents work in. She's I mean, studied in the US. She's done everything. She's done, I would say, more than I
But
can
that's
ever.
like.
So I don't agree with this mindset that men are the providers. Men.
No, we don't agree. Obviously, thank God. वरना तो बाद में लात खाता. But obviously, we're not talking about an individual level. I've also had some splendid women in my family, but there have also been, I've heard stories very like 5-6 generations ago of very bad things happening to the women of my family. And obviously, you have accountability for 3 generations. What about before them? Can you give it in writing that all your male ancestors have been very nice?
No.
Obviously not. And it's not also about being nice or not being nice. It's about the fact that, it was something we were conditioned to believe.
Yeah, it's very complex. It's very societal.
Yeah.
What the expectations are at that point of time. But it's like an educated young man in 2025 is really very seriously telling a much older informed woman that men, blanket statement, are the saviors and providers of women.
That's what I'm talking about. So when I talk about accountability, I'm talking about accountability as a species. That, we as males, for so many generations, I don't know, since the beginning of everything, we've been doing such shit. Obviously, you and I haven't. But we must recognize it. It's like, you know how the British don't recognize what they've done to this country? We should recognize what we've done. And that doesn't mean we say men are bad. Of course, men aren't bad human beings. We're all human beings end of the day. But the fact that we've done this for the longest times in our life, that is, by we I mean men, is where I think it's really, 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 really messed up.
I just think it's about accountability.
Yeah, and we should accept that and be like, you know what? Yes, we have our community, our species has been very, very, if I can use the word moronic, to a fellow member of the same species. Don't you think that?
I think it's still very prevalent. I've seen.
Of course, it's prevalent.
Socially, many instances, small things which you say, it's just
it
has a lot of.
I was seeing a reel, that
belief behind it, and it's just something you say passing by, but it still has a lot of.
Like how, like in today's generation, how people also, men, how they casually talk about women. And they talk about, like they'll call them names that like are completely not appropriate, very casually.
But even women do that.
No, but they do
Not
it in
as
an
much.
environment
Not as
where
they're
it's,
very bad.
they do it in an environment where it's encouraged.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like I heard this as an insult is that, oh, you don't get any girls. How can this be
And
an
the word
insult?
used
You're
was
talking to
not
Rehan
girls.
Singhi right now. Rehan Singhi? All my life, Advait, and I've heard this.
What?
You don't get any girls.
I've never
But
said
I
that
just-
line to you.
There are other words.
I just feel like in such like small things, you can see like how a man has been raised and how they think. How they think of women.
No, I think when it comes
You
about...
meet me after this outside.
I'll meet you. But in Singhi's defense, it's not about... I think... when
See,
it is-
again, violence is another thing.
Yeah.
Why are men
can't
so
you settle
violent?
it?
I want to have a word with him outside.
Why are men so
I
violent?
would have a
What
word-
is it? I have seen people get into
He's giving
fights for
false
bumping
statements
into
about
each
me.
other.
You
I
guys
can't
are-
imagine women ever doing that.
Can you
Right,
imagine
I've
a
seen
woman
cat
getting
fights.
into a
About
fight
this,
because
we did.
other woman smiled at someone?
Huh?
Can you imagine two people
Who's
getting
gotten
into
into
a
a fight for smiling?
You want me to name? I'm not going to.
Name after the podcast.
I'll name after.
Yeah, we
But
name
like,
after.
can you imagine me pulling Meher's hair out right
I've seen
now?
cat fights.
Yeah, I've
Over
seen cat
boys.
fights in Delhi.
Bro, in school we saw.
Yeah,
Oh, my very good friend, 2 girls were like, how dare you throwing food on each other?
I've seen cat
Well,
fights
that's-
in Delhi.
I'm just saying the frequency of that
frequency.
happening and like
Yeah,
the
that is-
women are
probability of that
much more-
happening.
I
is
think
very
as men
like
we get
men
into a
resolve
lot
to
more.
like people. I mean, in Delhi, this is what I've seen. Like in my limited knowledge, I've seen like men like resolve things through violence very easily.
Standard
Yeah.
line is tu bahar mil, like Singhi said.
They don't talk. They sort it out through.
Because you guys have an emotional quotient, na?
You don't.
Exactly.
We
Why
don't.
are
So
you
the
not
only thing we
having
know is
that?
that ek thappad maar do, problem solved.
Because also women have been raised to have that.
Do you remember what
Men
you did to
haven't
me
been
about
raised
a
to
year and a
have
half
that.
ago?
Do you want me to say why I slapped you?
No, but
See,
was
again,
that, was that
we're
necessary?
having such a nice
It's
conversation.
very
and
necessary.
they're talking about slapping.
You don't agree?
He slapped me.
I slapped him across his face, he fell on the floor.
How old are you guys?
I'm 19.
How old are you?
18.
This is the conversation you're having?
No, but he got slapped.
But that's not the point.
He got slapped really badly, it was so
I
funny.
will slap both of them
Violence.
right now.
Why are you resorting to violence now?
Even you're resorting to
Are you a
violence.
man?
Naira's also become one of us.
No, but bro, I think in India, violence starts at home. What? In the sense. What? In the sense. In
What
the sense.
violence you see at home?
Let me rephrase that. Like children, the amount of
Now, don't
pitai
say
you
violence
get,
is taught at home.
the amount of pitai and chota mota slaps you get from your moms for stupid things.
That's not violence.
No,
That's
I've
violence,
never-
yeah.
That's
I've
love.
never contributed
That's
to
love.
Yeah.
How many slaps have you got in your life?
At least
one.
10,000.
I've gotten
Same.
one.
Once.
Yes.
10,000.
I forgot my
I've
history
gotten
textbook
slapped like I think.
in school.
I've got slapped with textbooks.
For a week straight.
I've got slapped by
Who,
my
dad,
mom. Mom, only mom. My dad has never slapped me.
I got slapped thrice by my granddad, and I don't remember how many times I've gotten slapped in general for small things. My didi has slapped me.
My
that
didi
also-
actually like
That also
her
I've
didi
had.
has abused
Part of
her
didi slapped
actually.
you.
Yeah, many
This we
times.
cannot say.
But it's all out of love.
No, I either got slapped because it was school when I was very small. I was in class 1 or something. It was school and I was running without my parents in the house, running around. Imagine.
Thanks for the visual.
No, don't imagine it. But it's a baby, na, running.
But
it's
you
okay.
think because of that you guys go?
I ran out of the house.
That's not the reason.
No, TT, I had a problem. I would run out of the
Because
house.
human hate as children.
The whole house is
And then
where have
you
gone?
say you don't deserve violence. Matlab.
I just don't think that I feel like men need to be raised in a very different way than they have traditionally been raised in Indian
But
households.
I think it's changing now.
It is
It is
changing, and
changing.
that's good.
Yeah.
But a very small section is changing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, we're
change is
speaking from privilege.
slow, but
Okay,
it's
we're
happening.
speaking from like one very small group of the country. Every woman at least I can say experiences this at different levels all over the world.
It's thanks to social media, the very limited exposure we have. I think we are able to see beyond that limited exposure because people make reels and make like interviews and funny things. I was seeing this very funny. I won't say funny actually. It was a very disgusting. I found it funny because I was like, how can someone even? I found it funny because I was like, how can someone even think like this in today's day and age? And then I spoke to my didi about this. I said, but ये लोग क्यों ऐसे बात कैसे कर सकते हैं ऐसे किसी के बारे में भी? It was a real where a guy said कि मैं अपनी वाइफ को पब्लिक में नहीं मारूंगा, वो मेरा राइट नहीं है, मैं प्राइवेटली मार सकता हूँ.
I have seen
Have you
this.
seen that reel?
I have seen this.
It is, and my didi was there, so she like क्या देख रहे हो? I said एक reel देखो, ये आदमी क्या बोल रहा है? And I said सुमित दीदी आपके गांव में मारते हैं अभी भी? She said हाँ. और ऐसे पुलिस कंप्लेंट क्यों नहीं करते? मुझे किसके खिलाफ करेंगे? घर से निकाल देगा तब?
It's a very common practice in India. I think
For us, Singi.
I was in Goa last year with my family, and I was driving with my parents for dinner in a taxi, and on the side of the car I saw this lady and this man. They'd gotten into a physical fight, both of them, and it's a very common practice. I mean, when I called out the police, the first thing the police said was ki, why is it your business to
I
get
think you told me
involved?
that she's bleeding and
Yeah, and she was bleeding, and the man was bleeding as well, because when I first saw the visual,
You don't remember when we went to Goa as well after our school, after our graduation? A very similar event occurred.
we're not. I don't think we're ready for that.
No, but a very similar event occurred where we all got so scared when we saw that woman
Yeah.
like getting beaten up, and we literally we
Because
were so
there
scared
was a
we
man
called up.
outside who was standing and watching the man beat up the woman.
Yeah, and he told us कि देखो हो रहा है. So I said,
Yeah.
call the cops. What are you doing?
He's like,
So
it's
हमको
very
क्या? It's not my
normal, it's not
business
our
है.
business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Apparently, they say that you're not. But I'm
Supposed to interfere in it, it's their
And
thing.
like it's very easy for us to say that we don't register. Like, why don't they register complaints against their husbands and stuff? But yeah, for them, where the hell will they stay?
Yeah.
Where will they go? Because for them, unfortunately or fortunately, unfortunately, in society, their identity is through their their spouse, through their family.
Yeah, they're not allowed to go back to their homes.
I know a lady who is basically she works in an NGO. She's a teacher in an NGO. Her husband beats her up every day, but she runs a family. She has 3 children. Her son's now a national level sports player. Her 2 daughters are still studying in school. One's in college actually, and she runs her house as an NGO teacher. And her husband beats her up every day. Because he's an alcoholic, and she gives him money. And one day I just asked her, क्यों उसको पुलिस में बोल दो? She's like, मैं घर से निकाल दूंगी. तो her logic was she lives in a slum. So if she takes her husband out of the slum, people in the slum will know that there's no man in the house. So that becomes very unsafe for her and her children. So having her husband in the house is a sense of security for herself and for people outside, saying that, okay, there's a man in the house, we're not going to go indulge. And imagine getting beaten up, being abused every day so that you can raise your children safely. I mean, it was very sad, you know. And I was like, my God, I mean, I was very angry. I was like, अब divorce दे दो, court में लेके जाएंगे, ये वो. She's like, फिर मेरे बच्चों का मेरा क्या होगा? And it took me a long time to understand the perspective she was coming from. It is very different.
But honestly, like how a lot of the times when people talk crap about women, or even like in our generation, not in our generation, it's always like, oh, she was asking for it. Why did she wear this?
I
Why
think
did she
asking
do
for
that?
it is been since
It's always
it's
been
always
that.
been
Cat,
there.
like you said, cat fight.
Cat
You
fight.
know how emotionally mature.
Why is it called cat fight? I don't know.
Because cats like.
Like
But
the
to be very honest, I've seen fights where you're just pulling hairs and slapping each other.
Yeah, but female friendships are very, very.
Listen,
Emotional.
I'm
more-
sorry.
Much more
I'm-
emotionally.
Much more emotionally in
fulfilling.
tune.
Yeah.
I'm
Then-
sorry.
Not at all.
We have
to
We are
disagree.
equally, in fact, more emotionally correct.
Men are
Do you want
boys
to
when they have
compare?
We just don't show it.
no, and
You
when we
want to
do
compare?
Singhi, we have very real conversations. Sometimes.
Sometimes. That's like
Exactly.
0.0001.
Men don't even know how to
Male
be there for
friendships,
themselves,
male
let alone
friendships
each other.
are
Yeah.
This male hatred is not sitting well.
No, it's like we're talking
no,
about
I
the
have to
differences.
disagree. Male friendships are on another level. I have seen like touchwood. I'm sure you guys are very good friends, but we have had friends like a lot of my female friends who claim to be like soul sisters and haven't lasted like more than 2 years. Male friendships, I
And guys,
think.
soul sisters.
Yes.
How many years?
5?
Plus.
So this is we're sitting.
We
on,
have 14 years.
We're sitting on 14.
It's
Okay, but I'm not like generalizing. It depends from person to person. It's
Yeah,
not
but
just about.
I think male, because men, you know,
Thingy.
unfortunately or fortunately, men really don't know how to be very emotional with their male friends.
They don't know how to be emotional, period.
I think
Yeah, that's
even men have better friendships with women than they do with.
Yeah.
We have,
They
I,
do,
honestly,
yeah.
I have she's a very good friend of mine. I call her TT.
I have many great.
And I
friends
think
with girls,
female
mean.
friendships for men are very, very important. What do you say?
There's lots.
Singhi is one of the girls.
Singhi
Yeah.
is one of the girls.
Guys,
But that's none of the boys. Singhi marega mere ko baad mein, but I'm saying
again, violence. You're ruining our name.
See,
it's your like first instinct.
it is
You're
actually.
ruining our reputation. What are you
Our
doing?
reputation is already ruined. It is already ruined, Singhi. But I think female friendships are so important, especially now. I don't know, did our previous generations have as many female friends? Or like opposite
Yeah.
genders friends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Depends.
My
Family to
mom grew
family.
up with guy friends, female friends. She loved them
What's
all.
your guys'
So did
take on
mine.
being in a relationship and having other gender
Yeah,
friends?
that's very important actually to ask.
I think if you have personal boundaries, there's nothing
Then
wrong
it's-
with having
But
male
then I should
friends.
never have a girlfriend because with my female friends, I'm the troubling them all the time.
No, Priyanshu,
not
personal
different.
boundaries doesn't
Personal
mean
boundaries
that.
Yeah,
Is you
something-
need you need to check in with your partner what they're comfortable with,
Yeah.
what you're comfortable
What
with
you
them
do,
doing.
I don't think your partner would be uncomfortable
Yeah,
with
because I
that.
treat them like children.
Like sisters, no?
Yeah,
you
like a
don't
bully
have,
TT.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, need to be boundaries even in friendship.
Yes.
That's
I-
very
I
important.
don't know. Do we have boundaries, Singhi?
That's another
Do
thing.
we have boundaries as boys? No, none.
Zero boundaries.
No,
None.
I don't have
We have
boundaries.
zero boundaries.
I do have boundaries with all my friends.
No,
it's
I'm
very
saying
healthy.
as boys we don't have any boundaries, like with each other.
Right.
No,
Like,
that's
yeah.
different. But when you're in a relationship and
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
You have to. I think it's a conversation to have with your partner before.
Exactly.
And then
Yes.
when.
Where to draw the line?
It was as much as I'm loving this conversation, I need to go to the bathroom. So
I also actually need
so
to
let's
go.
call it a little bit
maybe
of a
go
break.
wash your jeans.
Yeah, I was about to say
Smelling dryer.
we're on the same level.
Very funny. So now let's all go to
Very
the bathroom. Separate bathrooms and then come back
Boundaries.
to coffee.
Separate boundaries.
Bathrooms and then
Some boundaries.
on the name of boundaries, separate bathrooms.
There's
and
not
then
so many
coffee.
bathrooms. We'll stand in line.
तू और मैं बाहर चलते हैं.
Two boys.
Why
let's
do you
go
guys
to two
Again, you
guys.
want to go out, Priyanshu?
Not to fight, yeah, to pee.
Talking about how when you reach a certain age, there are no family secrets anymore.
That's traumatizing.
It's very, very, very traumatizing.
When you hear,
I love it.
you like hearing shit about your.
I've
Yeah,
been
even
hearing
I do.
about like my family drama
It's
since
my-
I was 13 years
It's my
old.
favorite like time.
Same.
Like when me and my mom sit and we discuss what's happened. Like,
You know what is more fun to watch? When you have like, imagine when your dad's side of the family or with your mom's side of the family, when you sit with them and their siblings come and how they bitch about their spouses to each other. You can just sit and watch them talk about how bad their marriage is and sad they are and they're just talking shit about each other. And then they go back.
No, they're
and
very happy in those
They're very
marriages,
happy.
yeah.
But when they come back, that moment of taking out that frustration, when they reach 50s now, when the the thing, the what do you call it? The what is blown off? What do you call it? What's the
Lid.
right word? The
Lid.
lid is blown off.
They become more like you.
Become like me. They're just frustrated but happy human beings. They're talking to each other about how maybe, for instance, how their husbands don't want to move at all. They're useless. They don't listen to anything. They don't listen to anything you say.
Yeah,
Does that
like
happen in your
now I
house?
have beef with like a random Taiji that I've never even met because my mom doesn't like her. For example.
Do you have a random
there's
boy
like
your
a-
mom doesn't like?
No. My
There's a
mom
lot
loves-
of
we love my
attitude when you
boas.
meet
I also love Naira's boas. They take care of me.
Shout out Naira's buas.
Shout out.
Shout out to
First
Naira.
Naira's dadi,
And now-
first Naira's. Shout out to entirety of Naira's family. I mean,
All the Kapoors and
we
Khannas.
really, the
Yes.
Kapoors, Khannas,
We really love
we love you with all our hearts.
We love you.
So sweet.
Anyway, yeah, but my mom's turned into like my best friend now, so the boundaries have been a little bit blurred, which is a good thing and a bad thing because she can become my best friend and then she can become my worst enemy 3 seconds later, and then 1 hour later she's my best friend again.
Wait, on Naira's family, can I share a very funny story that I had with Naira's dad once?
Oh yes.
So Naira and I talk on the phone a lot, and during COVID, obviously we couldn't meet, so we would talk on the phone, and there was 2-3 of us on the phone, and Naira's dad came on the phone, and in a very deep, his natural deep voice, he said, "What did he say?" He said,
Who you talking to?
He said, "Who you talking to?" And I thought it was one of our friends just messing around. So I proceeded to say like, who the hell are you? Like,
मैं रेहान सिंह हूँ आप
and then I said, "मैं रेहान सिंह, you aap kaun ho?" And like, something like that.
Aap or tu?
I thought it was one of our friends, so I said two.
That's
I thought it was Kid Vai was on
Never
the
in
phone.
your life have you said aap to any human
I
being.
thought it was Kid Vai on the phone, so I thought I was saying it to him because it sounded a lot like him. And then Naira's dad showed the camera to him, and I just remember cutting the phone. And since then, I met him at with my parents
house.
somewhere, and then
Yeah.
now we've grown to be very close.
Yeah, I'm treated like an extra child of their family because like we have a group chat with me, Ajay uncle and Naira, and we have a group chat with me, Radhika auntie and Naira on Instagram.
Meher's like the second child they never had.
Yeah,
So you're not the only child then.
not really.
Not really anymore.
Yeah, I've taken that place.
And is it the same with Bear's family? Are you
Yeah.
the
I
third
love
child?
her parents.
My like parents actually I think like more than me.
More than
sometimes.
Meher's parents, it's Meher's younger brother.
Yeah. He's
Oh my
obsessed.
How many siblings are you?
Obsessed.
God.
He's 2 years old.
Oh.
And he
so three
loves,
siblings.
he screams, yeah, and he screams Naira, 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 like everywhere.
so sweet.
And Singhi also. Singhi and Naira are his
Singhi's
two
the second
favorites.
favorite.
Because I live near Meher, so I see him very often. I take him for dance class.
Dance
Sports class.
There's this.
Bro, that kid has more of a schedule than any
His
of us.
social
At
life
two?
is insane.
Bro,
Yes.
Priyanshu, that day I tried to bring him into the house before his like outside time was over at his class, and I got yelled at. He has
Like
10
2
minutes.
minutes
He has 10 minutes left playing outside. You can't take him in. Like he has a schedule down to the minute.
He's a baby.
He's 2.
He's two.
Keep them active.
Gotta keep
Active
them
mind.
active.
I recently we were on a holiday and I realized a very good trick that parents would use is when you're small, just make them do so many sports. So by the time they come home, they're tired and they go off to sleep.
Yeah, that's
That's the
I didn't even know that.
I don't think you ever played a sport in your life.
I did clearly, but a lot.
I don't know where you got this logic from, but
You know what I'm talking about, na? The reference. So
let it be.
yeah, but it's a very smart thing to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like make the child so tired going back. This is a very boring conversation, but going back to the original topic, which is
Let's go back to our family secrets.
yeah, the family secrets kind of thing.
What do you think about boundaries with your mom?
Whose mom?
Boundaries with
My
your
own
mom.
Meher's preoccupied with the.
First Matri, then mom.
Yeah, first Matri. So, my mom, like growing up, she was always my bestest friend. So, recently I've been having like trouble explaining to her like boundaries in our relationship. So, in my house, it's not normal to lock your doors. And when I need alone time, I need it to be uninterrupted, so I lock my door. So my mom and I have had like countless arguments about something so stupid as like locking your door, and like how I wasn't allowed to do it, and now finally she's like understanding
Wait,
the fact that I need
How
alone
do you not
time.
lock your door when
I don't have a key on my door.
what?
can't
Like I
lock my
wasn't
door,
allowed
not
to lock
allowed.
my door
Not
unless I'm
allowed.
taking a shower.
Oh,
Yeah.
this door thing tells you a very crazy story about a very, very close friend of Singhi and ours.
Priyanshu, just if
This
you
is very-
and I are thinking of the same thing,
No, I don't
Just
think
please
you
refrain.
know, but I have a very good friend and his dad is in the army. So he's a little rebellious. So okay, so he is not allowed to. I think they had an argument, and he just stormed off, and he slammed the door and he went to his room and he went off to sleep. So the next day when he woke up in the morning,
Was there no door?
There was no door. His dad called the carpenter in the morning and got the door removed.
This is such an Indian thing. Like, you'll be sleeping at 6 in the morning and you like look up and there will be someone fixing your AC. Some random guy will be standing there fixing your AC.
You know what that friend of ours did in protest to get the door back? He was roaming around in his boxers. Oh God. So then
Listen,
eventually...
firstly, our friend's not going to be happy.
No, he's not got mad because I'm not naming my friend. But
we know who you're talking about.
you know that it's fine.
We've realized who you're talking about.
the whole world here.
Yeah, we have actually. मेरे को message आने वाला है इसका बहुत सारा.
We're going to cause a lot of breakups, a lot of fights, a lot of conflicts.
Breakups remind me.
Breakups. No more.
Let's talk about what breakups are like in our generation. How do we view breakups?
Life
Let's
changes.
start with you. You've had the most.
The most amount is zero breakups because zero relationships. But why doesn't the most experienced person here, Rehan Singhi, tell us?
Oh yes.
Have you made up your mind for breakups?
I prefer not to answer such questions on a professional.
Give us, come on.
In a professional forum.
No, but okay, but tell us about your breakups. If you can make up your mind about that.
What?
What?
Ask a more direct
How do
question.
you view a breakup?
For breaking up, and how do you do it?
It's not a game, firstly. Like, you guys are really making it sound like a game. It's not a
You
game.
just go tell the person, I'm sorry, I can't do this.
No, I mean, there's a lot of reasons you break up with someone. Lack of trust, there's differences in personality, there's people change. I mean, you go to different parts of the world, you become different people, you drift apart naturally. I mean, it's very common to drift away from people, and it's very common, and the mature thing to do is not let the other person have false expectations and just live. Why are you laughing at me?
I agree with him.
And it's the mature thing to do.
And it's always important to end
The mature thing to
before
do,
starting a
the
new one.
mature thing to do is to tell the person that, listen, I don't think you and I are compatible anymore.
Yes.
I think we should end things as they are
And then start a new relationship.
with good memories to look back at.
Yes. A very important thing to do.
I think very
We
important.
all should follow that. Shouldn't we?
We all
should follow that as a life skill.
Why do
I
we-
will give you the context of this after this podcast because I don't want to get killed, but later.
You can say this friend, that friend.
Huh?
I don't think.
You all have gotten it, I think.
Yeah.
Why don't we go around talking about breakups?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Because
I know what you're trying to do.
since you guys have grilled me, I want these two and her to get
It's
grilled.
okay,
as well.
Singhi. Your take was
TT, why don't you
tell us about breakups?
why don't you tell us
I've
about
not had any breakups. I dated the last guy in 8th grade. So,
You were 10.
yeah.
dry period?
That doesn't count.
उसको dating नहीं इसको play date बोलते हैं.
Exactly. That doesn't count. So, I can't talk about breakups.
Maybe Priyanshu 8th grade में old enough.
Yeah, I know some friends 8th grade such more.
Please,
sorry.
Priyanshu, please.
I just want to ask, like, you know,
Age
like,
appropriate.
like guys used to be in the army, they used to go to war.
Naira, this
they-
this hatred towards men needs to end.
I'm just saying. They
And now they drink matcha.
Who went for army?
So just tell men can go to the army, why can't women go to the
Let her
army?
finish her context.
to war or whenever, like,
So why
there
can't
were
women go to war?
women.
Of course they
Women
do.
can go
They
to
So
can
she's
go
saying
to
only men
war.
go to war.
She's
Used
talking
to.
about something.
I'm saying, for example, I'm not saying it's a general statement. And whatever happened, the phones weren't there. You used to go different continents on ships and come back, and there still would be like this sense of like love and affection and the sense of waiting. Now what happens?
Waiting.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
waiting
can
for
talk
Like
about
6
this.
months.
Why is
No,
the machine?
so-
Why you
No,
swinging
I
the
can talk
machine
about
around?
the fact that there's still the waiting period she's spoken about. I don't know, before marriage also, I can take my family member. She was dating the man she's married to now.
I know what you're talking
He's in merchant navy, and they sometimes don't meet for 6 to 8 months. During COVID, they didn't meet for a year. So love is still there. If you respect the other person, you will do whatever it takes to be with them.
Do you think that
and maintain it.
even exists in our generation?
No,
I don't
because
know.
social media has killed romance.
It has.
That's
you know,
why.
I'm as ancient as I sound, I really believe in this whole ancient idea of love that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm.
No, I've felt true love, and trust
You
me.
you find true love every day, Riyad Singhi. So that's a different.
He has a lot of
story
love to
altogether.
give.
I have a lot of love.
And a lot of
I have a
people
lot
to
of
give
love
it
to
to.
give, and there's lots of people to take my love.
I think everyone has
You
a
take my
different
love on a daily
perspective.
basis.
Singhi's love on a
There's a
daily
different
basis.
perspective of love.
No, but
Like-
this whole concept of waiting, you know.
Tusha, I think you're
the fact
talking
that
about, like,
you take
one-sided
things slowly.
love.
There's
Really?
a lot of
Am I?
conversation.
Or
There's
are
also
you?
a lot of mind games that people play.
Oh my God, that's
A lot.
mad.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of there's a lot you have to act like. You have to act right. You have to
Think so much.
You have
I
to
don't know
think
why.
so much before talking to someone in a romantic setting.
Do you have? The worst thing is that you fear being judged. I mean, it's a very sad feeling.
And it's not just for guys. I'm not some man hater over here. Please,
Yeah.
guys.
Good.
We love guys.
It's like confusing. It's confusing
We
on
couldn't
both
tell.
parts.
We couldn't tell.
It's our generation in general. Like, even I have a friend who finally she found a guy she was talking to. She was very happy. She's like, it's no one we know, so don't worry. You
Right.
don't know that person. So anyone. She was very happy. Finally, she found a guy, and she's like, I find him very cute, and I'm talking to him, and I was very happy for her. And she said, I'm getting a little icked out. And I was like, what?
What do you mean?
So this icked out thing is really.
How do you get
crazy.
the ick from some?
They were just
I'm
talking.
Who
not-
is talking?
I'm not gonna name, but I was with one of my friends at dinner.
For a date.
And she had gone. No, I was with two people.
Huh.
She had gone for a date with this guy, and I'm not gonna name who it was. She
Tell me
opened
later.
her phone. She opened her phone and she had an ick list of 226 items.
Very specific number.
I feel like I can guess
You
who
know
this is.
exactly who I'm talking
How
about.
do you? Okay, what is like? How do you get the ick from someone? How can you judge somebody so quickly?
You,
get the
you
ick from
You
them.
know what? To
You
be
shouldn't.
fair,
It's a question for the ladies.
Yeah, you guys.
sometimes there are like certain things that people do that like they have like their quirks to them, but it's not always a negative thing. Like it can also be like it can be like this person is so special and they have like these like random things about them that other people might find weird, but I like them.
But you know, I genuinely feel, and TT, tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I feel that in our generation, because we get the ick so quickly, we don't take enough time understanding the person and the human being he or she is. Because we're like, oh, ick ho gaya already, we're already icked out. So we don't really give that kind of time to understand the person, analyze the person. Because there are a lot of things to a human being, right? There's not just one thing. Maybe a person can be annoying in a particular area, but
We also
there's a
put
lot
people
more to
in
it.
boxes very easily.
I think we do that a lot.
And I think the fear of fitting into those standards makes people behave like people they aren't. And I think that's the most unattractive thing is when you be someone you're not.
And everyone thinks there's so many options. This didn't work out, is fine. Move on to the next. Move on to the next. Move on to
Yeah,
the
you
next.
need
If you're-
time to understand the
Naira,
person and get adjusted to their
getting personal.
environment, your environment.
Getting really personal.
Stop attacking person.
I'm not attacking. Did I take your name even once?
Naira, it's getting very personal.
Naira, just remember, he's going to be in USC when all this happens. So
I'm
It's
saying,
getting very personal.
I'm saying girls and guys.
If you want to attack, there. You got 3
I have a
targets.
sant.
You too can't attack only.
Can't what people attack me with. But I am the kind of person who's hopeless romantic types from that day and age who doesn't believe in anything.
But you
Since
don't
the-
give
My
people
mom
Since the
thinks
time.
that
fifth
I
grade, you are in love
become
with the
some
same girl.
grandmother
I'm
most
stuck.
of the time.
Listen, not fifth grade, and I like the girl in class 3, and I stopped liking class
3
8.
to Priyanshu, you're in love with her till today, and I will
Not
change
today.
my name if you want.
Advait is
So
I'm
sweet.
not. Please.
So what? You should be.
No, I'm not in love at all now. Please. I think we moved on. I'm very happy for that person actually. And I find myself damn annoying. Like that, the kind of behavior we had, that was scary.
Yeah. And what are standards these days?
There are no standards.
I've been told I have high standards. What are my standards?
What are your standards?
Someone,
What do you want in a guy?
Someone who's loyal.
Obviously.
Someone who's kind.
That like is like half
is
the
बहुत
price
generic
of-
हो गया.
Yeah.
With that
Again,
capacity.
Everything you need.
Okay.
Meher,
I'm sorry, it's true.
I'll call 500 people I know who
You
are
know
kind and generic. Not generic. Kind and
Please
loyal.
let me know who they are.
Please do.
I'll sit with a magnifying glass and I still won't be able to find them.
You just want kind and loyal.
That's
That's
a
it.
flaw in you, not a flaw in them.
It's not a flaw in me.
But a lot
It
of
is
people
because
are
I know
kind.
I'm loyal.
If you're so picky with someone, they're forced to be someone that they're not. You have to accept.
No, singing
someone-
loyalty is expected.
Loyalty is the only thing that matters.
Yeah, it
Even
is.
kindness.
No, it's fine.
Only
One
thing
of
No,
the most
people
important.
are kind
It
in
is.
certain situations. You are allowed to be angry. You're allowed to be rude.
No, there's a difference between being angry and being unkind.
Okay,
When
what
you're
what do you look for in women, Priyanshu?
I
Or in men,
personally-
whatever you please.
I prefer women, and personally, when I look for a woman, whenever I do in my life, I would really like to have a person who is, I'm against the idea where you say that women are like, when you're in love, that person's your entire universe. That's a very, that idea bothers me a lot. I believe you are two individuals who just are like small planets in each other's universe. You just have to coexist with each other. It's a very...
I've heard this in a
I
movie
agree
before.
with
Which
you.
movie? Tell me. No, tell me which
Priyanshu's
movie.
quoting
You know
movies.
whose idea this is? Aryan and I were discussing this. I tried to explain to Aryan what boundaries are. That's a different conversation. But when I said, you have to play small roles. You don't have to be a part of that person's entire life. There is more to that person. They have their friends, they have their family, they have their own ideas, their beliefs. You are another part of the universe. You cannot be the
Maybe
entire
the best
universe.
part.
Like,
Maybe the most treasured part.
Your job predominantly as a
Yeah.
partner, I feel, is just to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
More than, see, ideally love, it fades out. I think what stays is friendship and companionship. Like, I don't see, they say that honeymoon phase and everything. That's very, that is, I think, very, it's been romanticized, been created
But
like that.
also we're speaking out of turn,
Huh?
right? Aren't we speaking out of turn? Because we've not gone through that where we've grown up. With
But
someone.
we've
We don't know how
seen
that
it,
feels.
na?
Right, we have seen
Around
it.
us.
Around us.
Our parents' generation, I
Yeah,
feel.
our
Don't you think your parents are like best of friends?
Yeah.
I think to make
No,
a
my
marriage
parents,
us,
they met when they were 16.
I've seen, Singhi's parents are like best of friends. Like what we've seen them, how they behave with each other, how they're talking, how they're so chill with each other. That's the kind of friendship you'd
But
want
that's
to have
because
with your spouse.
Priyanshu, they met when they were 15 and 16 respectively.
That's the point, na, Singhi?
And they've been together since then.
That is what I say is genuine
They
love.
had their
because
25th anniversary this year and 25 more to come, whatever. But I'm saying ki that's the effort that it takes. Do you think anyone in our generation can even fathom being with someone for more than a year, 2 years?
That was my
Friendship is
original
very
point.
important in a relationship.
But that's not just because of men.
And
man.
No, I
even
said
my
it was
parents have
both
been
ways.
together since my mom was in the
Can you say
11th
that again
grade.
in the mic?
My dad was in college. They've been together since then. And
so that's the thing, na? So you really need to be friends with the person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you
you
need to
can't-
respect the person.
Respect, number one is respect.
Yes.
You have to have a lot of respect for the person you're dating or you're with. Because
What are your guys' opinions on friendship
what kind of
in
friendship?
today's day and age?
Oh, I think they're solid.
Friendship.
They're so important.
Do you think friendships have become better or do you think friendships have
I
become...
think much better because earlier back in the day it was limited, na? Thanks to social media, you can
We're
communicate on a
constantly
daily
in touch.
basis.
Yeah.
Right, like when I went to college, I kept hearing that, oh, your school friends and you, there will be like gap between you guys and you guys will like grow out of this phase of like always talking to each other and like you will not be as close anymore. But I think I have
feel
like
like
even
I've
a
become
stronger
closer.
bond. I have
Yeah.
a
Because
stronger
instead
bond.
of
Only a few friends.
Instead of
Yeah.
having superficial conversations every day, every
And you-
3 days you speak, you guys have such a meaningful, impactful
Right.
And it's
conversation.
also that it tests your friendship. Na? That means if you're
Exactly.
speaking to somebody, that means those people
They're
you
worth
really
your
want to
time.
speak
Really
to.
want to speak.
And I'll tell you something. I think in relationships, loyalty has obviously gone down. But I feel after going to university, I think the loyalty I've experienced from my inner circle, I mean, all of you sitting here, obviously people who are not sitting here, is loyalty that I would have never expected. I've been blessed. I mean, I get phone calls from you every second day, and
Yeah, I call you every day shameless man. You don't pick up. That's a different thing.
your
It's the effort that matters. If you're
on
still
camera
putting
now
in
that I called
effort
you.
and you're still showing that this matters,
Yeah, she's right.
it's the effort that matters.
It's just the small things you do. Like you just tell someone I was thinking about you, or you just call them to show them the gym, like the way Singh was
Yeah.
saying. I was excited
And
to share my gym. with
it's
you.
so nice to experience this new phase of life with your old friends.
Show them what your life is like.
Because
yeah.
you have so much more to talk about. You have so much more to connect with. Like you're there for each other through this whole new experience. So it's really nice.
And we all have been through a lot. I mean, shifting away from home is not easy. It's not something that is something that was very easy for us. I mean, obviously we're very
And- but
privileged
Singhi,
to have gotten to have the opportunity to go somewhere. But again, at the end of the day, we're humans. We miss our parents. We miss our home. So I think as friends, the way we supported each other, the way we backed each other, I think is something
But
that I really
Singhi,
look back
that's
at.
the
and
first step of adulthood. That's why it's a little difficult. It's just when you come back, some of you might not live with your parents. Some of you maybe you might go for your post-graduation and then you will not stay with your parents. You might get married. Of course, you will not stay with your parents. Or you might stay with your parents. But you're stepping into it. This is your first step into adulthood. Till the time you were in school, you were protected. Like you spoke about being in a bubble. You were in a bubble. So now that the bubble is popping, it is difficult.
Like we're all interning right now. We're all like adjusting
We're working,
to
we have working hours.
exactly we're like learning how it is to actually be an adult in today's world. So this shift it's very important to have friends that feel like family.
I feel a shady remark coming from Singhi.
What did you say?
I was about to say something, but then now
And
that
I'm really
Naira,
ex- I'm
now
really-
that Naira sends the shady remark,
I'm really excited also to see how our generation plays out in the working field, like how
Yeah.
we are as people working. Is it the same as our parents? Is it the same as our grandparents? Because their generations took work in a very different way.
Also with AI,
We have AI, makes life
we have
easier.
AI.
It's not the AI topic.
Also
Yeah,
with
work is so much
AI.
easier with AI.
It's overdone out.
No, it's
like,
become easier, but it's also become tougher because
overspoken
AI is
about.
going to, I think, hot take. I think AI has definitely made people
Movie script.
dumber today.
100%.
Maybe-
Dumber and
dumber, of
lazier,
course.
yeah.
So much more
100%.
reliable on
Lazier,
AI.
dumber,
Lazier, dumber, yeah.
slower.
But you know, you can use it when like when I have like exams and all. I upload my question papers and my syllabus and I tell them to test me and make papers.
Right, you
Yeah,
can
you
use it.
can
Of
do
course,
that.
you're using it in a positive way also. But like the amount and like how easily accessible it is can also like really mess with a lot of things in our future. Even jobs. Even like a lot of our jobs are like replaceable by
By
AI.
AI.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, 100%.
a very scary world, a very different world than the world that our parents were living in.
You know, to be very honest, I won't comment on AI because I'm a political science major. I have zero credibility to comment on anything sciencey. The last time I did anything sciencey was
It's
in grade
not
10.
sciencey, it's technology
Scientific,
related.
technological,
It's
whatever.
technology related. yeah,
Sciencey.
It is sciencey for me.
I think sciencey is a new word we've
It is.
I
We can
Uncovered.
add it to the dictionary.
uncovered on this podcast.
Search it up on Urban Dictionary after this, but
On which dictionary?
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary.
Is it actually a word?
No, obviously not.
Sciencey.
नहीं होगा
Half
तो-
of what Priyanshu says is not.
नहीं होगा तो बन जाएगा. That's not a problem.
बना देंगे.
बना देंगे. Going
Delhi,
back.
Delhi and me.
The Delhi and Priyanshu's coming out.
No, I'm still.
Word बना देंगे.
But going back to the original topic of, you know, I don't know, where did we start? Breakups we were discussing.
Oh, breakups.
Yeah, and we had Singhi's very interesting input. Then we had TT's very interesting input. What about the both of you?
Yeah,
What do you have to
first
say about
one.
breakups?
I haven't heard from the gang. The men haters.
Singhi, please
We
stop
love
this.
men.
That's a weird thing to say, but that's fine.
No, we love like men and women. We don't hate against anyone. We're just pointing out things that we've
They're pointing out
realized.
facts, to be very honest.
Like difference between men and
You
women.
please
I
don't
just-
take their
I
side.
just
Who will
sometimes
I?
just-
I
Who will I stand with? You were the only
I
one
am
standing with
not
me.
at all a man hater. Of course, you can't hate your own community.
Let's
But you
hear
have to
from
take
Naira
credibility.
or Meher, whoever.
I
wants
just
to go
wish
first.
things were easier. I wish like no one had to play mind games. I wish there was no
Do
cheating.
you think men play mind games?
Yes.
Do they have a
Yeah.
brain to play mind
Dad,
games?
I'll give you 110%.
No, how do you play mind games? There are simple people you call up and say we can't do
Priyanshu, you're
this.
Have you
gonna
heard
get
this word?
hated on if you start
Gas
this.
lighting.
Sorry,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
don't think you have the.
Gas
Gas
There's a lot of
lighting is the right word.
complications
Can
now.
men gaslight?
Gas
both
lighting.
sides.
How do you gaslight?
100%.
For instance?
I have experienced a
Meher's
lot
a
of
professional.
gaslighting in.
But I think there are also times when you just need to wake up and be like, you know, this is beyond me as a human being. Whatever they're doing, the other person is doing to
It's
you.
easier said than done.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's much, much, much easier said than done. But I think when does a person realize that this is just openly being wrong? What is going on is openly wrong. And when do you speak up? When is that last straw?
When did we? Are we talking about breakups? Or
Yeah.
are we
Yeah.
talking about,
About being gaslit.
about being gaslit?
When do we
When,
realize that
what do you think is the last thing, or what causes you to wake up from?
disrespect?
I think when someone goes against your values.
I always had
Disrespect,
this
yeah.
like concept that at the end of a relationship there comes closure, and you have a closure moment, and it's an end to a nice chapter in your life, and then you can move on or not, whatever. So I realized that it's like life isn't that black and white. You don't always get closure. Sometimes like the disrespect is the closure that you need to move on, and you can't expect everyone to be on the same wavelength as you. Even in a relationship, everyone's in a way dealing with a lot of personal issues, like issues of their own. You can't like expect them to treat you how you treat people. It's not a personal attack on you. How like if you're treated badly, then that says more about them than it does about
Then
you.
about you.
No, I second Meher on that, and I think if someone goes against your values, I think that's enough closure for you that they don't respect you as a person and they don't respect
Your
you.
values It's like in the sense like how.
Your morals.
Your morals.
But
Your,
everyone's idea of morality is very different.
that's
But there
right.
has
But
to be
But
some
you need
moral
to be on
compass.
some
you
kind
need to
of
respect
same
each other's
key.
values. You
Yeah.
need to respect each other's morals.
You can have
right?
different views and you can have different ideas of like what is right and wrong, but that doesn't mean that you disrespect the other person's idea of
We're
like
not telling you
you're
to
crossing a
fully
line.
adapt to their morals also, or totally disrespect. We're just you need to live and respect whatever they are following and whatever you're following.
So basically, like maintain the boundary as you spoke about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how? So that's okay. That's possible in maybe in a relationship, but how do you do that in like a family scenario? How do you maintain boundaries in a family scenario? Like you spoke about talking to your mom.
See, my mom again, our like relationship is not very like traditional because she actually is my best friend. Like I talk to her about everything. We gossip. We talk about really important things. But I talk to her I talk to her regularly about how I'm so grateful that she's my mother because she still is open to new ideas and open to me discussing how I feel like with things that she does or things that I do, and like she's open to working on the like relationship that we've built. So like, we have like open and honest conversations. If you don't like talk to your parents, you can't blame them for not having boundaries because they've also grown up in a very different environment as you.
It is very different. And especially as an only child, like my mom is one of my best friends. But as you grow up, you realize like sometimes, like I remember once I had a problem with a guy. And I knew immediately when I
Once?
walk into the room, shush.
Sorry.
I knew when I walked into the room, my mom, for some reason, she just knows. She knows.
Mother's gut instinct.
My mother has
Yes,
this.
that happens with me. So some situation happened with me. I entered my room. My mom was in my room. She smiled at me. She went back. The next morning, she came to me. She's like, "All okay? I think this has happened." And she laid out the exact scenario that had happened.
And who does she call to
I got a message
And
that
she
day.
calls
I
me
got a
Priyansh.
message.
Yeah,
that
she calls
day.
me also.
I got a message
she
that
because
day.
she knows I tell this stuff to these guys, and she called them up. And
Like, what's going on, boys? Tell me what's going on. I was like, oh shit. I also don't know.
kept on denying it for a week. I said, no, it didn't happen. Then I was like, I give up. She knows the exact details. I don't know how.
How?
And it's happened
they just
multiple
know,
times.
like, they're so
mom-
connected.
Yeah.
My mom has this line. She says, "I carried you in my stomach for 9 months."
Yeah,
I,
she's the
Yes,
same.
I know what's going on
Yeah.
in your head.
But what is this Bluetooth connection or going?
Don't know.
I think there is some
connection.
kind of
You have her number. Ask her.
Airdropping
I'll ask her.
information.
airdrop info.
Yeah.
And what about dads? Do they get it?
My dad.
I don't think that's.
Dads don't care. I think.
I don't think.
No, my dad
No,
very much
they
cares.
do.
I don't know. I talk more to my mom about.
I think it's a very
Things
I
that
think it's
happen
much
in my
easier to
with
gossip with your mom because
yeah,
she.
with my mom, it's like it's a long conversation. With my dad, I tell the problem.
He'll be like,
I get
"Okay,
the
beta,
solution.
thumbs up."
Yeah, I get the
I
solution.
could
it's
message
done.
my dad anything in the
it's-
world. Dad, I'm stuck in the middle of a
Nice.
tornado. He'll send me a
Riots.
thumbs up emoji.
Nice.
Naira
okay.
gets stuck in the middle of riots
Got
very
it.
often. I mean,
You know,
whenever-
sometimes-
Riots? Yeah, I don't know. What
Yeah.
She is the reason.
She's the reason for the riots in Delhi.
Wait, how do you? Wait, how?
No,
You're believing this nonsense.
No, I'm not. Sorry, my bad. Sharp thingy. Then
I have to email my dad sometimes to reach him.
email him.
Email. So he's in office and I need something important. He's not checking WhatsApp. He's not picking up the call. I email him. I get a reply in like 5 seconds.
Because he's busy.
Email your dad.
Email him. Yeah.
And
Because he comes home also very late, TT.
I know, but
He's a busy man.
another thing I've realized going to college is that my equation with my parents or any like how close we are to our parents in Indian
other
like,
people
tradition.
are not.
People from other cultures don't have the same equation
No, the
with
way
their
they
families.
speak to their parents.
Oh.
If we
No, but at
I know
18
someone who speaks to their parents once every 2 weeks via email.
Oh
Whoa.
God, no!
Trisha,
speak
get on
to-
that level.
I speak to
The
my
email.
mom almost like
We
2-3
are
times a
Exactly.
day, and my friends were sitting next to me. They're like, "This is the third call you're getting." I said, "Yeah, but it's absolutely normal."
My mom sometimes does tests on me that
Yeah.
she'll test how long like she'll not call me for a whole day, and if I don't call her that day,
Yeah.
she'll bring it up with me.
Yes,
Like,
Oh,
yes.
that'll
She's
be a-
like,
she'll
"You
be
don't
like, I was
miss
testing
us."
you, and I'm like, I was testing
At least
you back.
5 times a day.
Yeah,
At least
before
time.
sleeping, getting up in the
At
middle
least
of the
5
day,
times a day my
every time
mom
she knows
calls, so
what's
I
going
call.
on when. And my friends are like, "How can you tell your mom everything?" I said, "It's normal.
It's normal.
It's not a big thing because
you
they
know,
don't do that.
in
They
our-
speak to their parents once a day."
Did you also know that apparently feeding your birthday cake to your friends is a very Indian thing to do?
Yeah, I got to know
Did you know?
recently.
I
Yeah.
got to know
In
very
fact,
It's a
you know-
very
Wait,
Indian.
where have you gone from parents to
I'm
cake?
sorry, I was
This
just
is a fun fact.
here. Have some matti, Naira.
But you know, in fact, like
Naira's new name is
I've
Man
realized even outside when you the fact that you
Man
blow
eater
a
Naira.
candle or something, because we've always had the concept of sharing dessert, like sharing
Yes.
sweets in India, na?
Yeah.
So the moment the British came in, we replaced dessert with cakes. We started feeding it to everybody.
But they just we got that on camera. Naira just punched me. I mean, violence. Violence is starting here.
I'm
Singh is
becoming a
causing-
man. This is the stuff.
She's gonna start hating herself.
No, but I have this very funny story, like when it comes to parents dropping me off at college, and like this is where you see the difference between your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
When they were dropping me off, I was like their only child. It was like a very, very, very like
With sobbing?
emotionally charged moment. No one cried.
Oh wow.
I was like living it up in college. I was like, this is my time, whatever. They've dropped me off at college and they had a flight in the evening. So I said, okay, let's meet at this like one park in New York to say bye. So we all met at the park and they both were looking like they're like sitting in some torture chamber and they were just like, and I'm like, guys, what's going on? Like, is anyone going to talk to me? Like, you guys are leaving me? Are you sad? My mom's like, no, why will I be sad? I'm like,
Defense mechanism.
and I'm like, because you're leaving me, this is very strange. And my dad is like, we're not sad, beta, we're very happy. We're very happy. I was like, okay. We're leaving the park, we're walking out of the park. My dad, for the first time, this is when I saw him cry for the first time, he starts sobbing like, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why are you crying? I started getting very nervous. I was like, Dad, it's okay, it's okay. Then my mom is like, Ajay, why are you crying? Are you crazy? And I'm like, it should be the opposite. My mom should be the one bawling and my dad is bawling.
Again,
and
gender stereotype.
Yeah, very bad.
no, but
My dad was the only one that cried.
My mom is
He's
more
also very emotional.
my mom is more like emotive.
No, my mom didn't cry. I cried actually.
I cried and my dad cried.
I
My mom
cry a
cried.
lot,
My
but I
Didi
didn't
cried
cry.
the
My mom
most.
started crying a year before I had to leave, so she got used to crying.
Oh yeah, I
And then-
remember that your mom would like get
My
emotional.
mom would
when-
Yeah,
keep
yeah, this
crying.
happens.
My
Like,
mom
through
used to
the year
play
of,
sad
like,
songs in the
12th grade.
morning, come to my room and say, I can't say good morning to you anymore. And she used to play sad songs like, I'm getting married.
You're not dying.
She
You're
said,
not dying.
No,
She-
no,
yeah.
no, not even I'm going to college. I'm
Yeah, but
getting
you're not
married.
dying.
She would
and
see
I'm
me in
going.
school uniform, she would be like,
You're not dying. She can still call you and
I
say
know,
good morning.
but like in person singing,
What will happen
of
when you
course.
get married?
No, she's playing, you know that Hindi song where the bride walks down the aisle?
Sajjan.
She played that and she used to cry and come to my room and my dad just used to look like, what is
The
happening?
hopes are low.
Like,
For marriage?
oh, shut up.
लड़का नहीं मिलेगा ठीक
थप्पड़ पड़ेगा.
है violence
okay,
again
Cut that.
cut that.
Anyway,
लड़का
Yes.
थप्पड़ पड़ेगा anyways continue
What were you saying?
I don't know. What was I saying?
No, no.
No ladka, no marriage.
you don't get married
Who said
What? Priyanshu, where have you gone?
you want to get married in
Yeah, of
general
course I do.
Singh, do you want to get married
Of course.
We'll see. I want to, but
go with the flow.
let's find
First,
someone else.
financially
anyone
independent.
doesn't want to get
Yes.
First, Naira needs to find a man that's worthy.
No, I need to become worthy myself.
Yes.
financial security
For
is very
myself
important.
and for myself and
I
the guy.
respect that. That's
Yeah.
very respected.
आ गए ना औकात में.
what did he say
He's like, I respect that. Anyway, my point is, then my parents dropped me off to my college, and it's become Uno reverse. My dad is okay, my mom starts howling. And this is the exact second they're sitting in a taxi, the suitcases are like bandhod on top
Are you
of the
crying,
taxi.
Yeah.
why are you crying
Just so emotional.
And they're driving away.
you're actually crying
Meher,
oh thank God I couldn't
Meher,
see.
as a profession, just never think of acting. That's
yeah it's horrible
I actually did think of acting.
well
Man,
I
you'd be
hope
the
you're not
worst
continuing with the
not
thought
looking
I
like
think
a
I'd be
bright
a great-
future.
great
are you
actor.
continuing
Stick
with
to
the
law.
thought
Huh?
are you continuing with the thought
No, she's doing PPL.
Maybe if I.
what's PPL
No, you tell me. What is it? Singh?
No,
What am I
IPL, I don't
studying?
PPL.
Politics, philosophy, and law. Let's go.
Okay. You
I was
can,
about to
I'm
say,
doing that
I was about to say product possibility curve, which is an eco.
you can continue your
वो
conversation.
PPC होता है.
Again, you're hitting on me?
Anyway, Singy, it's fine, you're hardly a man.
Again, that's
we're not editing this
That's
100%
messed
we're
up.
not editing this
That's messed up.
anyways
Anyway, they
continue.
start like it's like a full Hindi movie scene where they've rolled down the windows of the taxi in slow motion. They're waving at me. I'm standing in my
Again,
with my
stop
gate, and
acting.
all my non-Indian
Balloon.
friends are standing with me, and it was like, they were like, is everything okay with your parents? Like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, they're just leaving me. And they all looked at me like I'm crazy. Because I think that is an Indian parent thing. Like, we're pampered, like, how?
But also, Naira, it's very different when you're like moving across the world.
Yeah, for them, their child is going
For them, they're
down the
going
lane,
from-
na?
Yeah, it's like us going to Noida.
We are gonna have a new life. They have the same routine without us.
Yeah.
So it's difficult for them then.
Yeah.
And they're so used to that chuck all the time in the
Yeah.
house, na?
I don't do chuck.
You
Same.
don't do chuck. Shut up.
Sorry.
I do. I got a call from my
take that
dadi saying that we're missing your
noise.
like the noise. Yeah.
You're not like irritating?
She is very, but she doesn't think so.
I don't think I
Don't
was
attack
not.
her right now.
I
She's
was.
a feisty mood.
You're sitting on the right.
Plus, you're a man.
Plus, you're a man.
Oh my
shit.
god. That's it. There's no hope for me after this.
Bas, and the trolls, all the trolls will say ki,
Worse than
man
before.
hater.
This one only, not me.
I am not any of the anyway. Moving on.
So moving on, I think we've had a very great conversation. I would like to thank all of you for coming here, taking out the time, having a very, very mature conversation, of course, with a little bit of silliness. It's very important, but you've given a very good idea and a very interesting insight of how our generation predominantly functions, how we look at things, how we see love, relationship, family, maybe university, work, everything. We've covered good amount of things today, and I think the people watching this will hopefully not hate on us, but
Please don't.
please don't hate on us.
It's all
छोटे
love.
बच्चे हैं भाई हम लोग, please. But
छोटे बच्चे.
छोटे तो नहीं हैं, अब बड़े हो गए थोड़े से, but इसको एक्टर मत बनाओ कोई यार, please.
Meher, I think,
Remember that meme?
I think she's tired.
You want
No,
coffee?
it's my like Insta brain going off right now.
She's tripping.
I'm tweaking out.
But again, I would like to thank all of you, and I would like to thank everyone who's come here helping us make this shoot possible. And thank you guys. It's a great episode.
Distance does make the heart grow fonder, especially when it comes to culture, home. And I can vouch for it. I see my son, who's in the US for the last 3 years, studying there in Boston. And many of these kids in these episodes also are studying in different countries. And same boy, we kept telling him, please cook something, take care of your clothes, wash your clothes, don't throw things around. Nothing worked, right? And like any other parent, we were equally frustrated saying, ye chal kya raha hai, right? But today, like a couple of days back, he sends me a picture of him having made kadai paneer. He knows how to make parathas. He knows how to literally cook the entire Indian menu, right? Takes care of his own clothes and everything, which everyone does, so it's not anything any different. But I think how they transform, and the most interesting part is when he comes home, he just loves home food. So the fight with the Loki and Taravi is over, and love for home food is so manifest when you've not had it or not had it for a long time. So whenever I see, for example, Durga Puja, any film around that, I want to be there. I want to be part of that celebration, right? It is just real. It has nothing to do with this generation. Every generation connects back to festivals, culture, home, in a way which it doesn't change. Only the form changes, right? The other thing is interesting thing is that this word called what are my boundaries? What is your boundary? It didn't exist. Yeah, we never understood it, and sometimes I feel maybe nicely so, because when I hear people setting play dates for children, I feel like our homes were always like ready for people to come in and go out, and I used to like walk into my friends home anytime. So I guess the boundaries were a lot lower, and that's something I do celebrate a lot more about our generation, where we probably didn't think so much, but it's good to have boundaries, and I think as long as it gives every person, including you around you, happiness, right? Having those boundaries. So it's a nuanced topic. I'm not sure I'm fully in agreement with setting very hard boundaries, right? Because that also limits what life has to offer you, isn't it? Like if I don't cross my boundaries, if you don't cross your boundaries, who knows what's on the other side, right? And then comes breakups. I must tell you a very funny story I remember, right? So a friend of mine had a breakup with a girl who's never met him, because in his mind, in those back in the day, he dated that girl, and like one day she was dating somebody else, and like he was very morose, saying, "Oh, I had a breakup," and like we were ribbing him, and finally it turned out saying that he had never met the girl, never spoken to her. So those were also classified as breakups in back in the day, but now I can't get over it outside my head when I see that reel, which went quite viral, saying what. If you're done with your ex, move on to the next, right? I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I think it's an interesting take on relationships where you move on to the next once you're done with the ex, and how it plays out, I have no idea, right? Because relationships, these kind of things play out over a long period of time in life. But equally, I think there should be no taboo in either loving someone deeply or breaking up with someone nicely, hopefully, right? So these kids are talking about everything, and a lot of it for us to learn from as we also shape our lives. We are at least I am in the middle of my life, right? And there's so much that I take away, I think about as I hear these conversations. So one more fascinating episode of Secret Life of Teenagers. Looking forward to the next one.